Hi. Hola.
Hi, here's Mr. Dozy.
This is Michael Bradley.
Hey, I'm Memphis.
Hey.
Hola. Hello.
I'm here with soccer.com.
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 And I'm talking with my friends soccer.com.
See you soon.
Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Adidas X16 Plus PureChaos in the new Speed of Light Pack colorway. Now included with the shoes is an extra set of comfort insoles to go along with the lightweight ones already included inside the shoes. These insoles feature a synthetic suede liner on top, and they're made from a slightly thicker layer of black foam than what you'll find from the lightweight ones inside of the shoes. They also include a string bag that is made from a perforated mesh, black in color with black strings, and of course you have the X logo and the Adidas branding in white there on the front. Other than that, you of course get the shoes themselves, which I have right here in the very bright solar red color scheme as part of the Speed of Light pack. In today's video, we are going to take a closer look at the colorway itself. We're going to talk tech specs, performance, take a look at the weight of the shoe, as well as how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you are interested in learning more about this particular colorway of the Adidas PureChaos, please stick around and watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, be sure to check out the review page on my website. There'll be a little pop-up on screen, as well as a link down below in the description that'll take you right to the review page where you will find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $300 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, link in the description, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now this being the Speed of Light pack color, it features a combination of solar red, high-res red, and metallic silver. Now the shoe itself, as to whether or not it's actually red or orange, it's one of those shoes that's kind of an in-between color where depending on the lighting situation, it'll look more orange or more red. I would say it's definitely trending more towards orange, but in kind of darker environments, it definitely will look a little bit more red. So you have solar red as the base, which is kind of like a darker orange color. You have a darker orange within the actual embossed areas that you can clearly see. And then you have a brighter orange in the form of this little crackle, almost spiderweb paint splatter type graphic that runs through the entire upper. That looks really, really good. So you have three shades of kind of an orange color that, again, all combine to make what I think is a pretty unique looking shoe overall. The Tech Fit collar that sticks out at the ankle and heel area is the same color combo that we saw on the launch silver colorway for the X16 Plus PureChaos. You of course have the Adidas branding there in metallic silver and some metallic silver outlining the Tech Fit and Non-Stop Grip branding there on the medial side. Then of course you have the sole plate that is metallic solar red that is basically just like a chrome orange, if that makes any sense. And it does come with a warning sticker, I already pulled it off, telling you that the finish on the bottom of the sole plate will wear off over time, but obviously isn't going to affect the performance. This is the case with all of the $300 models from Adidas at the moment. They look really cool, but just be aware that that finish is going to wear off over time. And then of course you have translucent studs. But that's pretty much it as far as the details of the colorway itself go. I really, really like how these look. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. When it comes to performance, I'm a big fan of the X16 Plus PureChaos. I would actually go as far to say that it is my personal favorite Adidas shoe to wear at the moment out of everything. So really, really big fan of these. But it has a very interesting combination of features, and it's difficult to compare to anything else out there on the market. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a comparison video between the X16 Plus and the new Superfly 5. That's something that I can do. If you want to see that, leave a comment down below, let me know. But just know that there are very, very different shoes that are kind of difficult to compare. So again, let me know if you guys want to see that comparison. If you do, it's definitely something I can make happen. But for the sake of this video, let's go over all the tech specs that I think you should know in regards to how these things feel and perform. So the upper is not exactly the clearest as far as tech specs go and what Adidas tells you. The biggest misconception with this shoe, as well as the messy pure agility, because of this lace cover, people automatically assume that it's laceless. It's not laceless. There is a lacing system to this shoe. You have lace loops in between the lace shroud and the actual Tech Fit internal system, but that's attached to the actual shoe by way of nylon straps. So you have three different lacing points. It's very shallow, kind of higher up here and then lower down here, but it is very effective at tightening the midfoot area and keeping your foot locked inside the shoe in general. And as far as lacing the shoe the shoes up because of this actual lace cover, which is what they call their pure cut system. You don't really have access to tighten them section by section. You kind of just have to pull from the top, and it tightens all the way down pretty effectively, but it does make the shoe a little bit difficult to put on and take off, just because, again, you can't really loosen the laces all that well unless the shoes are off of your feet entirely. So the upper, like I said, they call it a Tech Fit upper, and it combines an actual Tech Fit elasticated system and synthetic material for the lace cover and the forefoot toe box area. So the actual synthetic that you see here is a synthetic material kind of similar to what we used to get from the F50 model. I guess it kind of compares to the X15.1 as well, the previous model. It's a thinner synthetic material that does have somewhat of a padded sensation to it in terms of its lining. It's soft, it's flexible, and it offers a pretty decent touch. It's on the thinner side overall, but like I said, it does have a padded sensation to it. So not what I would necessarily call overly thin, but not thick either. It is on the thinner side, if anything. The fact that it has a lace cover is a bit of a bonus, in my opinion, in that you do get a nice uniform touch across the entire foot in terms of just friction against the ball. It's the same finish all the way through. Again, you get a nice clean kind of touch surface no matter what part of the foot makes contact with the ball. As far as how it looks, that's something that obviously is going to be different for everybody. Some people love the look of this, some people absolutely hate it. But overall, I like the material itself. It does offer a nice feel on the ball, and I don't really have many complaints about it. As far as the finish itself is concerned, there is texturing from the little graphics that you see here, the embossed areas, and then of course you have these little dots that hopefully you can see on the camera. That is NSG, non-stop grip. You can see the branding right here, and it's basically their wet control element, Adidas's variation of Nike's ACC all conditions control. And just like ACC, it's one of those things that, in my opinion, you don't really notice it when you're wearing the shoes, but it is a feature they include on most of their top-end models. As far as the Tech Fit system is concerned, it is this elasticated material that you see sticking up at the sides that runs basically up until this seam right here. So this entire section internally has this elasticated material that does actually wrap your foot pretty snug. It makes the shoe, like I said, kind of difficult to put on and take off because it is a smaller opening. But once you put them in, put your foot inside, it stretches out, kind of compresses back to the shape of your foot, and gives you a very connected sensation. It's a sock-like feel to a certain extent. It's not a knitted upper. It's not prime knit. It's not fly knit. It's not Evo knit that's now available, but it definitely is a good sensation. It's very comfortable. It feels secure, and I have no complaints with it. I really, really like this particular system. It's quite unique and works extremely well in the way that they've implemented it on this particular shoe. You're going to find a similar system on the Messi 16 Plus Pure Agility, but I think that this way that they've implemented it here on the X16 Plus is a little bit better, or more effective, I guess is the better way of putting it. As far as the cut of the shoe, it does have these little extension pieces with this elasticated material, but there really is no structure here. So while it's technically cut a little bit higher than the average low-cut shoe, I wouldn't really consider it to be a mid-cut model, even though that's kind of what the marketing would suggest. You do have the S-curve heel, where it's a bit of an exaggerated tendon guard that kind of covers the back of your Achilles a little bit more and kind of curves back. This is something that was introduced originally on the Adidas Prime Knit 2.0. For those that remember back to that limited edition release from Adidas, the press release will tell you that this is taken from the very popular Ultra Boost running shoe, but in reality, it's something they've used many times before and have now implemented it into their soccer line. Looks cool. It's supposed to relieve stress on the Achilles tendon area, which I think it does pretty effectively. It's comfortable, there's no heel slippage, and there really isn't anything to complain about. I don't care for how it looks all that much, but it feels good, and that's really what counts at the end of the day. Internally, you do have a synthetic suede liner with some little grip texturing running down the back of the heel that is extremely effective at gripping your sock and just, again, keeping your heel locked in place really, really nicely. The insole is fully removable. I'll give you guys a quick look at that. It features a mesh liner on top, made from a single layer of perforated foam, fairly thin, but it gets the job done. And again, if you want something more significant, they include that extra set of comfort insoles. Then of course you have your sprint frame, which includes an external heel counter attached directly to the sole plate. It's a thin plastic material, nice and flexible, and it is what makes the shoe as light as it is. And then of course you have the FG-AG stud pattern that, like the name would suggest, is suitable for use on both firm natural grass as well as artificial grass. It's the same layout you're going to find from all three lines from Adidas at the moment. This just has slightly different shaped studs than the other lines. They're kind of like conical studs with some harder edges to them. It feels more like a conical stud pattern, if anything. I'll say that right away. And the performance is good. There's really nothing to complain about. This is a proven stud pattern from Adidas at this point. They've been using it for years. On firm natural grass, it works really well. On artificial grass, it works too, although this is definitely more of an FG stud pattern as opposed to a true AG stud pattern in my opinion. But nonetheless, it does get the job done on natural and artificial playing surfaces. So that is a plus with all of the Adidas models. If you only want to buy one pair of shoes to play on two different types of playing surfaces. But nonetheless, great shoe overall. I'm a big fan of the X16 Plus, but let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. In terms of weight, the X16 Plus PureChaos is a relatively lightweight shoe. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to weigh them for you today in real time using this scale. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw them on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at a very lightweight 6.9 ounces, the equivalent of 196 grams. So pretty much right at the 7-ounce mark, which is similar to a lot of shoes in this particular price range. They aren't extremely light on feet, but they definitely are light enough. They're not going to feel heavy in any way at all. And being just below the 7-ounce mark, again, there really isn't too much to complain about. So if you're looking for a lightweight feel and kind of a unique fit in general, which is kind of what you get from the X16 Plus PureChaos, then this is definitely one of those shoes that I can strongly recommend. All right, so here is a look at the X16 Pluses on feet. And right out of the box, this shoe fits very, very comfortably. It's really difficult to compare this to anything else just because of the tech fit system and how unique it is. But I will say that while it's a little bit difficult to put on and take off, once they are actually on, the fit is really, really nice. You'll find that the tech fit system stretches out and then kind of squeezes your foot a little bit. It does have more of a kind of compression feel overall, especially through the midfoot. That is the tightest aspect of the shoe. While the forefoot and heel area, the heels lock down really nicely. The forefoot does have a little bit more roominess to it, but the fit is still very secure. And the upper itself is super flexible, very, very soft. Pretty much no break-in time required. The sole plate's nice and flexible as well. And the fit in the heel, again, while it's a little bit unique in terms of how it's cut, is really, really good. No heel slippage, no discomfort. And overall, I just think that this is a very comfortable shoe in general. As far as width is concerned, it does have a snug fit in general, but definitely isn't overly tight. It's going to be suitable for most people, but it is a snug fitting shoe. If you have really, really wide feet, maybe not the best option for you just because the opening isn't the biggest, but for the most part, I think these will fit most people pretty comfortably. As far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. All right, guys, that is it for my review for the Speed of Light X16 Plus PureChaos from Adidas. If you guys are interested in a pair of these for yourself, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That is the first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes. We'll be able to pick these up below their normal $300 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, be sure to go ahead and check that out. If you have any questions at all regarding this shoe, leave them down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.